Hello, welcome to a new addition to this channel. I think what I'm going to call it for right now is Wednesday Whiskey Review. I'd like to have a better name to it. You know, I think that sounds pretty nice, but I don't plan to just do whiskeys. Whiskey is one of the things that I do enjoy quite a bit, but I think I'm going to review more than just whiskeys. Like I'd like to do tequilas and wine and whatever else, but I'm sticking to bourbons and whiskey and scotch and other stuff. But to start off the new edition with one of my personal favorites. I like quite a bit, but this is one that I enjoy quite a bit. This is the Devil's Cut. It's 90 proof, coming in at 45%. It's pretty strong and whatnot, but it's not. I mean, percentage is all right, but it's not the reason I like it. I ain't got nothing. It has nothing to do with percentage or proof. I just like I just like it. If you haven't had it before, it's like very oak and char heavy. So if you don't like the heavy wood, then this might not be the drink for you. It's got it's nice and vanilla, oak, char. Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't really say charcoal, but I mean, you can tell that it wasn't really toasted, if you will. Reminds me of the smell when you get like when fresh bread is being pulled out of the oven, like sourdough bread comes right out. It's just got a nice bready smell. Nice and heat forward. I think the interesting thing about Devil's Cut is once they empty the barrel out, they pump it with some water, because it's like when you drain the barrel, like a certain percentage. I think it's like probably 4 to 6% of the barrel evaporates, which is called the angel share. It evaporates out, so they lose however much that comes to, probably roughly 2 gallons, maybe a little bit more. So the best way to do, if you're trying to get that back and not waste any product, is to sweat the barrel. Now I don't think they sweat it. I think they go about it a little different. So from what I've been told, they just pump it full. Well, not full, but they pump it with some water. They shake it around, agitate it, then they roll it, store it for 6+ years. I think the minimum is 6 years, and it can range farther after that. And then it gets, or maybe the barrel, the starting barrel is 6 years. I'm not sure, but I know that they extract what whiskey was soaked into the wood. They extract it out, and they call it the Devil's Cut. And then they mix it with the whiskey that came from the barrel that it came from. So I would say that they probably don't store it for 6+ years and hold on to the original barrel juice. But I mean, they could. Who knows? But they hold on to a little extra because they know they're going to get some back. But so they extract it and then they mix it and they put it in a bottle at 45%, and it's pretty good. I mean, you can tell that I enjoy it. It's it's a nice little bit, and I'm definitely going to get some more once this bottle's empty. That's for sure. I want to say it ranges around. I think it's around $20 from where I am, where I live. I didn't buy this bottle. Well, I did buy the bottle, but I didn't go in and buy it. I gave a dude some money because he was going to the store to buy some liquor. So I was like, hey, I'll give you some money. You get me some liquor while you're there. I gave him $100 for this and another bottle, but this was like $20. The other bottle is $80, which I'll review it in the coming review sessions. But $20 for this is well worth it in my book. To me personally, I mean, I'm sure some people don't like it. I'm sure some people think it's a bit too harsh, or it's just not it's not harsh enough for the name it is. Now, I do know for a proper review you need a Glencairn. I don't own a Glencairn yet. I would like to. I just don't have one yet. All I have right now is two of the. Well, I have one. I have this one, and I have another one. But they're both just the same glass, but they're just different designs. But I'll get a Glencairn at some point, and maybe when I get the Glencairn, I can go back and do a better review. Well, I need to have more knowledge of what I'm exactly looking for too. But on the nose, I mean, you can definitely tell there's vanilla, wood, some chard there. On the palate, I would say that it does follow. It does follow with the nose. You get a little bit of it. You get some of that vanilla. You get the wood, obviously, because it's coming right from the wood, or it's coming out of the wood, pun intended. But I think it's good. There's like a faint apple. Well, it's interesting. Now I'm getting this very faint apple on the nose now after picking it out on the palate. But it's not really like a forward or medium ground. It's very faint. It's like if you got like an apple tree and the apples are ripe, or some of them have fallen and some rodents have gotten into them, or you've stepped on a couple of them and it's split them open. And they've been open for probably a day or two, and there's a breeze coming through and it hits the apples, and you're standing out there and you just get that whiff of like, yeah, there's apples on the ground. So it's not prominent, but it is there. All times of drinking this, I never picked that up. There's like a technique where you leave it in your mouth for a little bit, let it coat your tongue, and you bring just a little bit of air into it, and it can help bring out a flavor you didn't pick up on. Now, in doing that, is even stronger wood, more prominent oak, It's not bad. It's just it felt like it was drawing my tongue to dehydration. So it's doing its job. It's just continuing what it did once it left the barrel. It was digging into the wood and then being ripped out, and then now it's in your mouth and it's just trying to drill back in because that's what it was used to. It's just muscle memory or liquid memory. Very wood strong, but still very nice. I think what's helped it out was due to the fact that there is quite a bit of room, so it's oxidized or oxygenated, all about words and things. I don't know English that well. I'm pretty sure oxygenated or oxidized or something like that, where there's more air prominent, and so I mean, it helps bring out more fumes. Still one of my favorites. It's not my. I wouldn't treat it like a daily drinker. I mean, you could. You could. Like, it's not bad. Like, I wouldn't have a problem drinking this every day, but probably a little bit, because it is so oak forward. Which I have no problem with the oak forward. It is pretty good, but some herbs. So like you're on a hillside, grass is growing, there's flowers beginning to bloom. They're not blossoming yet, but they're beginning to bloom. It's just floral, well, not really floral, but more herbal than floral. But, and I could see, if somebody drunk this every day, then it's understanding. I'd say that I understand why, because it is good. I like it. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a long string, light blade of grass. It's not really a blade of grass, but it grows with the grass, and you just pull it on out of the ground, throw it in your mouth, chew on it for a minute. It's it just tastes like grain. It's grain forward. Smell has grain notes. Taste has grain to it. But all around, great bourbon in my opinion. I recommend it if you like more on the oak and heat forward, heat heavy, very oak strong. I think it's pretty good. If I had to see out of 10, I'm not used to really reviewing them within tens, but I'm just not used to putting them on a scale like that. But I'd probably about a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Probably I guess I'll just meet it in the middle of 7.5 out of 10. It's great. I like it a lot. I recommend it, but only if that's the kind of drink you're looking for. If it's not, then I would recommend you not drink it, because then you're gonna be hacking and choking and wondering why the hell you listen to some random person on the internet. Well, until the next review, drink responsibly. Be sure to drink plenty of water. No reason to wake up with regrets when you can stay hydrated.